Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So, hey, the other day I did a video. I've done a few videos on Biden and how big money and some of these politicians were trying to get him out. And somebody told me to stop spreading that information. And I said, don't tell me to stop spreading it. Tell those major news organizations and those outlets, tell them to stop putting that information out there, because I'm only reporting what's out there. I'm only reporting what the donors are saying and some of these politicians are saying publicly. That's all I was doing. But then today, I guess everyone saw that Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. Not surprising that he did it, maybe more surprising of the timing of it all, because it is real close to the election and the Democrats have a lot of work to do. But I think it's all strategic. I think the original debate between him and Trump was strategic, maybe by the donors and these big wigs in the Democratic Party, to make him look incompetent. So that way, when they can figure out a way to get him out of the race, they can say, hey, you saw the debate. It just doesn't look like he looks like he'll last 4 years. But we all know, we've all been seeing it for the last couple of years with different interviews that he had, and him falling a few times upstairs, him being dragged by his wife, across fields and yards and stuff like that. We already know he wasn't going to last too long. You're talking about 4 years as a president, man, that's got to be a stressful job. I mean, you just imagine being a husband or a coach or a manager somewhere, man, that stuff is like, stressful. So being the president of the free world, the leader of the free world, they say, he wasn't going to last 4 years. And we all knew, we could all see the writing on the wall. But anyway, so yeah, he dropped out today. So, that's the big thing everyone is talking about. But, hey, let's get into the letter first, because I want to go over a few things that we have to get clarity on. So this is Joe Biden's letter on his X account. And he says, and it's funny that he did a letter, because some people thought he should have went on TV and done it, but they probably got to prep him, make sure he does right, make sure they get his statement right, so he can get in front of the camera, read, and look natural. So that may take a few days. But anyway, he says, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. If you say so. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. You notice that every time he talks, those are the points that he bring up. He always bring up lowering prescription costs. Like, that's his number one thing. That's as great as that is and may be, especially with diabetic medication. I think they said he capped at $35 per prescription. You got to do more than that. You got to do more than that, especially 3.5 years of running the country. Yeah, you got to do more than that. We provided critical needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances. Man, you talk about the Agent Orange back in the 60s and 70s. Come on, man. People damn near dead. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. Appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court. And that whole African-American, we got to be careful about that. I'm going to do a video about that real soon, so look out for that. And passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. I don't think we kind of overcame that, because inflation, these prices still killing my pocketbook. Said we protected and preserved our democracy, and we revitalized and strengthened our allegiances around the world. It has been the greatest honor in my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. He said it has been his intention to seek re-election, which means that he wanted to do it, but somebody else told him not to do it. Who could that have been? The donors. Not even going to put a probably in front of it. It's going to be the donors. The donors run everything. I did a video also talking about these people saying how they wasn't going to endorse the Democratic Party unless Biden stepped down. They're going to stop after that debate. And we're talking about people who have donated. What is this? Let me go back. I still got this. Oh, yeah, I still got it. OpenSecrets.org. And we was looking up these top donors. I'm gonna look at it one more time. One says the top donor is Timothy Mellon. His total contribution is $115 million to donating for campaigns. I think he said he spent $90 million to Republicans, $6,600 to Democrats, and total hard money $30,003. I don't know what all that meant, but his total contribution is $115 million. You got Jeffrey S. and Jenny and Janine Yash of like $70.48 million. I like I say, that's OpenSecrets.org. Look it up and you'll see it for yourself. Exactly what like these big donors. So you got these big donors saying they're not donating no more as long as Biden is running for re-election. So that's where your power is. So when people say, why vote? Because it don't matter. Well, you vote because you want to make it official. But for the people that the money is going to push, it's going to be the money. It's going to be the people that give the money that's going to really make the decision as to who you are going to vote for and what policies and what's going to be put out there for you the reason for you to vote. It's not use the people. This is why we say like a local elections, that's probably one of the elections that you can probably do the most good, because as citizens, you can like get together with like-minded people, raise money, raise a few thousand, 10,000, a few $1,000, and actually push for a politician. Push for one, say, hey, look, we like you, we like your style, we like what you're doing for the people. We put together tens of thousands of dollars for your campaign. We need you to, well, you know what I'm saying? We just need you to make sure you stay on course and try to get this passed and everything will go well. That's just how politics runs. So when you got the money, you control. Like I say, it ain't Joe Biden. We knew Joe Biden wasn't running anything just by the looks of him. It ain't Kamala Harris, because if it was, you see her out in the forefront more. It's the people with the money that gives these politicians the money. Let's see what else. Where am I at? But yeah, like I said, yeah, he was when his letters being written, he was pushed out. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Now, I see in that letter he didn't flat out endorse Kamala. And I think it's because, as we said in previous videos, y'all got to be paying attention and listen to the news and watch it. Previous videos, there were donors that said they do not want Kamala Harris to be the front runner. They got other candidates that they could be looking at. And this is America, like Joe Biden said. And with this being America, you have people, you still are dealing with a racist country, a pretty racist society, a bigoted society, people that just really still look at you by the color of your skin for the most part. Now, I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris. Y'all know this. I wouldn't vote for her personally, but that's just based on the things that I've seen her do back in California. But that's just me. But you got people who just don't want her to be president. She can be vice president. She can be secretary of state. She can be attorney general. She can be anything you want. But they do not want to see a fake black woman as the first female president. Not right now. It just ain't going to happen. Like I said, I went into that in detail before about why. But let's see who, no. Let's see what Obama said. Because Obama been pretty quiet lately. You know, that people been talking about what he's been saying behind the scenes. And that's another thing. You've been hearing a lot of stories about, you know, behind closed doors. Hell, as a matter of fact, wasn't an AOC actually, and she may be the one and may be the reason why Biden came out today and did it. Because earlier, a few days ago, AOC came out and said that there's a lot of people talking behind the scenes, behind closed doors, you know, anonymously, talking about Biden need to come out. She said, well, I'm finna call y'all out. Let me tell you exactly what they're saying. They want Biden out, but they don't want to endorse Kamala Harris. And she put that out a couple of days ago. I think they kind of swept that under the rug just a little bit, didn't make a big deal out of it. But I'm sure she knew what she was talking about because, like she said, she's in these meetings and she knows what these people are saying. So I'm not sure if Kamala is going to be the president. Matter of fact, I'm going to the HuffPost.com, and it says Obama applauds Biden's decision, stops short of endorsing Harris. Obama, of all people. It says Barack Obama offered a heartfelt thank you to President Joe Biden for his years of service and applauded his decision to drop out of the race, though he stopped short of endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris as the new Democratic nominee. Quote, Joe Biden has been one of America's most consequential presidents as well as a dear friend and partner to me. Today, we've also been reminded again that he's a patriot of the highest order, wrote Obama, who won the 2018 and 2012 presidential elections with Biden as his running mate. The former president applauded the Biden administration's accomplishments, including passing landmark legislation on gun safety, climate change, creating jobs, restoring America's standing in the world, and got the country out of those chaos, falsehood, and division that has characterized Donald Trump administration, whatever. And just jacked the prices up on everything. The track record, he continued, gave Biden every right to run for re-election and finish the job he started. So his decision to drop out was surely a difficult one. Obama continued. For him to look at the political landscape and decision that he should pass the torch to a new nominee is surely one of the toughest in his life, the former president said, but I know he wouldn't make this decision unless he believed it was right for America. It's a testament to Joe Biden's love of the country and it's a historic example of a genuine public servant once again putting the interests of the American people ahead of his own, that future generations of leaders will do well to follow. One thing that was notably absent from Obama's remarks, an endorsement from Harris, whom Biden has advocated to replace him. Former President Bill Clinton and the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton both endorsed the vice president as a nominee, saying Americans must fight with everything we've got to elect her. Representative Lloyd Doggett of Texas, the first congressional Democrat to call on Biden to step aside earlier this month, called for an open process to determine new nominees, saying Harris is the leading candidate, but that the party should be open to all talented individuals who wish to be considered. Harris says she was honored to receive Biden's endorsement. I haven't seen that yet. Maybe he'll do it sometime this week, like really do it. And then besides, you got $200-something million sitting, probably almost 300 probably by now, sending in award checks that you can't touch unless Harris continues to run. But if Biden drops out and Harris does not become the front runner or the Democratic nominee, that money has to go back to the PACs, and they got to go through legal channels and stuff to try to figure out what they can do with this money to get dispersed across the Democratic Party. But then again, what if those who gave the money, again, if they're controlling this whole situation, if Harris is running, they may want their money back. I did a video on that too, about some of these donors say they want their money back if Biden continues to run. So what makes it to where they couldn't ask for their money back now if Harris becomes a Democrat nominee? Oh, this is going to be a wild few months, y'all. A wild few months. Y'all better get ready because the Democratic Party seems like it's just crumbling from the inside. Sad, sad case, I think. But it is what it is. Harris said she was honored to receive Biden's endorsement. I will do everything in my power to unite the Democratic Party and unite our nation and to defeat Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda, she said in a statement. Why they keep bringing Project 2025? That's the new boogeyman. Now, I didn't read the whole thing because it's 900 pages. I ain't got time for that. Not right now. But so I've seen a few summaries. Seen people do some videos. And it's one of those things that just because you agree with something, let's say like this. I'm from Texas, okay? As you know, racism, bigotry go all over the country. But in Texas, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Last state to tell slaves that they were free. In Texas, I can say even the small town I live in, they said back in the days, you know, it used to be other side of the track, you know, like the heat of the night. You had the, you know, so you had the bottoms and, you know, you had the other side where the rich people live, the middle class and the white folks live. And then, like I said, you had the bottoms, you know, where, you know, the poor people live, the blacks, the whites, whoever, they lived on this side, mainly the black people. Couldn't play with each other. You wouldn't cross the side of the tracks unless it was a certain time of day, unless you were the parent, something like that. You just wouldn't mingle. But when it came to football, them kids on that field played together. Everybody could come on that stadium and cheer for the same team, right? Hopefully they could win. Cheering for that running back, the black running back, the white quarterback, the black wide receiver, the black defensive back, the second and third. They would all cheer for the team. So then the question will become, let's just ask a question now. Does that mean that the black people that cheered and agreed with the racist white people that ran the system, that they all like the same team and cheer for them, does that mean the black folks are racist too? And though they agree with everything the white people did? Not at all. Not at all. So if Donald Trump says he want to get rid of all illegal immigrants who do not belong here, wants to get them all out of here, send them back to their country, and does that mean that he agreed with the whole Project 2025? No. Does that mean I agree with Project 2025 because I want immigrants out of here? Of course not. Illegal. Let me keep saying illegal. The one that was not vetted properly. So I'm part of Project 2025 too, because I saw an article that said that Trump is, you know, pushing this Project 2025 agenda, talking about getting rid of these migrants. Like, wait a minute, you putting together two things that don't match. That don't mean that if he does one, that he's with the other. Because I'm not. Because I'm just trying to be honest. So I'm not really understanding. Like I say, I don't like this whole, like I said, the whole scare tactic thing, because to me it doesn't work. So anyway, like I said, let's get back to, like I say, Joe Biden stepped down. Let me see what's a couple of points I have. Let's see. I already said the donor. Let's say the wife. Okay, so I'm thinking like, who put Joe Biden up to this? His wife had to be the one to convince him. I said it because just by the way she carried herself, and it seemed like she was directing his path on a lot of things. So somebody had to convince her, because she endorsed Kamala Harris. That's because she's a woman. You know, say young black woman. You know, she's going to endorse her and show her lack of being a racist or whatever. But I think his wife had to be the one who, like I say, who. So if he endorsed Harris, like I said, I haven't seen that yet. But it quite possibly be the scenario. But yeah, so I don't know, man. So my thing is, tell me what y'all think about this. Democrats got some strange, maybe they got some plans. They got some plan that we don't know about, that we couldn't fathom, because they're going to have to, I'm going to say they got hours Probably why he did it on Sunday, you know, did let us Sunday, do it as soon as possible. But, oh yeah, he got COVID, right? So it's probably why he didn't come out and do this video live. But they don't have much time to figure out what they're going to do. And I mean, it's going to have to probably be within this week that either they're going to endorse Kamala or they're going to find new candidates. And nowhere, the donors are going to make sure they figure that out real quick. But anyway, tell me what you think about the story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Hey, y'all, let's have a dialogue. Like I say, crazy times, man. Don't forget, there's 4 ways you can support the channel. It don't cost you a dime. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All 4 ways. May cost you nothing but a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to me. But if you wanted to support financially, you can get super thanks, super chats, or you can go to the description box, click on some of the links down there, like, for instance, marlonmorale.com, and you can get with that website, you can actually get like tangible goods. But however you support, however you donate, man, hey, I appreciate it all equally, no matter what. But with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.